Marvel TOKON is finally here, but what the hell is going on? Where are the reviews? Why is no one putting out a score on this game? Well, this is a big red flag. Sony did not send early review codes for anyone. Usually, when publishers do that, they are not very confident about their games. They're usually trash. So with this big red flag, I wanted to bring you guys my first impressions of the game, because whether this was Sony or Marvel or Disney's fault, it doesn't matter. You deserve to know if this game is worth getting or not, and right now, no one can really tell you because no one has enough time with the game. Now, after the beta, it's very scary that they did not send any early codes for creators or press, because that beta showed a lot of issues. The PC version especially, that was really rough. So on this channel, there will be no final review until next week. I definitely want to put in the time and give you guys my final thoughts at some point. There will be gameplay in the meantime for you guys to judge, and there's also this video because I know some of you can't wait and really want to know if you should get this game or not. So, the biggest problem that we got from the beta was the PC version. I am playing on PlayStation 5, so I do not have first-hand experience with a PC port, but I've been keeping an eye out for the reports, and they say it's much better. I have confirmed with a couple of people that could not run the game in the beta that they are now able to run it. Sometimes it is rough on the first boot, but then you get the shader compiling going and the game will run smoothly. That's what I've heard from a few friends, from personal connections. That's the experience I've heard firsthand. That said, there are still a lot of issues out there. If you go to the Steam reviews right now, you can see a lot of people simply cannot run this game. A lot of them are Linux users, so apparently this game is just a no-go on Linux. And there are still complaints that the game is very CPU heavy, that the GPU is just left unused, which was part of the problem with the PC version in the beta. Now, I will say my impression just hearing these reports from all over the place is that they did improve the PC version, but it's still not perfect. At the very least, it doesn't seem so widespread, so if you're playing on PlayStation, you might be okay using crossplay. That said, the game does not have a benchmark for you to go online, something they should definitely add in the future. Like, some PCs out there are not going to be able to run this. The game is just going to tell us, hey, you got a good connection and it's wired. Yeah, okay, but can they run it? Whenever you find an opponent, the matchmaking doesn't tell you that. So yeah, I am hoping that in the future they have a benchmark, so if the game is not running at 60 FPS, you cannot go and play ranked. Casual matches is fine, room matches is fine, but ranked, come on. Let's at least protect one game mode. And my recommendation is, if you are planning on getting this game on PC and your only concern is the performance, just get it anyway, because Steam refunds are relatively easy to go through. If you don't play the game for more than 2 hours, you will be able to get a refund. So you can just try it out for yourself, and there's also no other way of knowing for sure. Every PC setup is different. The port doesn't seem to be the best, but they fixed a lot of the stuff in the beta. Maybe you're lucky, maybe you're not. You're gonna have to find out. That was the biggest thing. There were a couple of others. I would say the biggest adjustment they made outside of the PC performance thing was to DP motions. And I can definitely tell you about that, because even though I am not planning to play any online today, I did not go online at all, I didn't play any online matches, because I'm the kind of player that likes to beat the offline content first. Even in a fighting game like this, it's just how I enjoy the game, right? So I went through a lot of combo trials to try out different characters. My god, I vibed with Carnage almost immediately, and I am playing the story mode, and until I finish that, plus the arcade mode, I'm not thinking of going online at all. So, I don't know, maybe tomorrow you'll see some online matches. That said, I think the combo trials have very good combos, but just like Dragon Ball FighterZ, most of the combos don't actually matter. Each character has like 3 or 4 cool combos for you to learn, and they are actually challenging. They help me learn the character a lot more, a lot better. I learned new links, I learned what their gimmicks are, what they go for in a combo string, but I've also done a lot of generic combos that are just the same for every character. So even though each character has 10 different combo challenges, I would say you're lucky if 4 combos are actually character unique. But I can confirm that DP motions are much easier compared to the beta. I was getting them by accident now as I was trying to get quarter circle forward motions, something that just wasn't happening back in the beta. Like DP motions, you had to be so precise, and the buffer system was so weird. And this is not to say that the buffer system is like perfect now, you know, like there's more testing to be done. I need more playtime to fully say for sure, but I can confirm right now that DP motions are a lot easier to pull off. off 100%. But still in the combo trials, I did feel that sometimes the game is trying to steer me in a certain direction. For instance, it felt awkward trying to jump cancel forward and throw a neutral jumping heavy. Like, I get forward heavy all the time. It's still a game that feels like it has some guardrails. It keeps trying to guide you towards auto combo routes, towards auto correction. And if you're trying to do something a bit more advanced, like some of the combo trials that they have in this game, it feels like you're fighting the game a little bit. So coming from a game with as much freedom as 2XKO or Avatar Legends, this does feel a little bit awkward. Like the game is trying to play itself for me, and I'm not a big fan of that. The 4-string limit is still in the game. It seems to be their vision, despite many people going, hey, I don't know why this is a thing. I think universally people did not like the 4-string limit on the ground. That is to say, you can do 4 normals, whatever they are, light, light, medium, medium, or light, light, medium, heavy, but you cannot do more than that. So if you do 2 lights, 2 mediums, you're done. You're locked out of any more grounded normals. And I think they heard the feedback, but maybe this is just their vision. And if it is their vision, I guess it's a matter of getting used to it. I was very surprised outside of combo trials at how good the character guides were. I did Blades from start to finish, and it does start very basic, going through his normals, his special moves, then his supers. If you read the boxes, you kind of get an idea of what they're supposed to be used for. But then you do the combos, learn the routes, and then you have the level up chapter. By the way, just doing the basic section and the combo trials unlocks a new color for every character, so it's definitely worth doing. But the level up section, I was very impressed with it. This is basically telling you, take that knowledge that you just acquired and beat this challenge. You got to start a combo with this move, you got to end with a super or whatever, and you got to do more damage than this. It's kind of like a fun puzzle, you know? And after going through all the combo challenges where they tell you exactly what inputs you should press, to try and think outside the box and put all that knowledge into the same place and try to beat each challenge was really, really fun. Challenge 5 with Blade was actually doing 6 buffed specials. You can only buff your special with his unique input. The problem is you only have 3 of those, so you have to find a place to reload, and you do not have any assists. This was a very fun puzzle to clear. Close your eyes if you don't want to see the solution right now, but this is how I did it. Arriving at this solution without looking up a guide, just with the knowledge that I have acquired through playing Blade in matches in the beta and in this tutorial as well, it was incredibly satisfying. So this is something that I'm definitely looking forward to do with every character in the roster. This was very, very fun. Finally, story mode. So far, I only beat the Avengers story, and I can confirm the whole thing is just versus battles. There are some optional objectives that you can complete to give you extra meter, so you can finish the battles faster. You're gonna see me doing a lot of auto combos during this story mode because there's a dumb trophy for doing 100 auto combos, and I kind of just want to get it out of the way so I can start playing the game properly. So story mode felt like a good place to do it, so I don't take this trophy into online battles. That said, there is one unique battle, and that's against a promoter. She starts sending you balls, and you gotta break the balls. Each ball does something different, so yeah, that's one unique battle in the middle of a bunch of versus battles, so not enough variety in gameplay there. You also have multiple fights against the champion, which is kind of a unique opponent. Everyone knows by now that he's the 21st playable character in this game. He seems to play very unique since it doesn't use assists, so I cannot wait to try him out. But yeah, gameplay-wise, story mode is nothing to write home about. What I really liked about it was the art. The comic strips are fantastic. They have invited different artists for every different story mode. The one for fighting Avengers is actually the creator of Fairy Tail. That's probably the biggest manga name in this game. And I was really impressed with the art. It's really cool. Maybe like some characters don't look exactly like they do in game, but it's stylish. I loved it. The voice acting, everything. And the story is like simple. It's kind of a fighting game story. It's easy to follow, but it's fine for what it is. Even if the gameplay is whatever, I am enjoying this story mode basically because of the comics. I love the art. I love the voice acting. I'm immersed in the story. It's fun. But that's it. That's my day one experience with Marvel TOKON Fighting Souls. I definitely want to bring you gameplay. I want to win a ranked match with every character in this game. So look forward to that series. But for a full review, you're going to have to wait until next week. That said, if you have any experience with the game yourself, especially the PC version, let the people know in the comments down below so we get more and more feedback and people can make an informed purchasing decision. If there are no reviews out there, at least as a community, we can kind of recommend or not recommend this game. And as always, thank you very much for watching. My name's Globku, and I'll see you next time. Bye!